All right, today we are going to make a really quick project, but is so useful year round. And what it's called is a microwave koozie, or some may call it a soup bowl cozy. And so what you want to do is I like to use the pattern from Sew for Home .com, and I will leave a link in the description for that pattern. It's been really useful for me and simple to use. And so I'll leave that link for you to access that pattern. But once you've printed out the pattern, then what you're going to do is you're going to cut one print of cotton fabric, and then you'll cut a second one out of a contrast print. Logically, you can do them both the same if you choose. Then you want to get you some warm and natural batting, and you're going to cut two. This is just folded, but it's going to look the same as your cotton cutouts, okay? And what you're going to do first is take one cotton print that you have and take your batting, and you're going to place it where it's right side up and place it right on top of that batting, okay? And then just smooth it out. If you have hangovers or what have you, you can trim those up. Do the same thing with your other print. Go ahead and unfold if it's folded. Take your fabric, place it right on top, just like so, okay? All right, so they should both look just like this. Again, if you've got some adjustments you need to make, and I'll straighten mine out, then you can make those trims where you need it. The first thing we're gonna do is we are going to quilt it together, and one piece at a time. So we're gonna stitch from one corner all the way across to the other corner. And then we'll do again on the other side, one corner all the way across, just forming an X, okay? We're gonna do that for one print. We'll do the same thing for the second print. One corner, stitching all the way across to the other, okay? And then again, this way, just forming an X, but do them separately, okay? Okay, let's stitch from one corner to the next. If you need to draw yourself a line, that is not a big deal. Go ahead and draw yourself a line for you to follow. Just make sure you use a disappearing ink on your fabric, okay? Don't start at the tip, okay? Because sometimes your batting will get caught and it'll end up not wanting to move. So just go ahead and just get started. And we're gonna continue all the way across till we get to the other side. All right. I want you to see how that looks right there. That looks cool. I want you to do the same thing for each of your corners, okay? So just like this, just turn so that you're making an X. Do it for both pieces. Now we're going to begin to form our bowl by sewing our what looks like a V. It's almost like a dart What you want to do is bring your two fabrics together just like this. Just fold it so right sides are touching. And if you look here, you want to bring those two together, okay? Bring those two prints together. And then also make sure that your batting is in there as well, okay? So all 4 layers, bring that together. And if you have binder clips, this works really well for it. If not, just use a pin. But we're going to place that at that corner, okay? And we're going to do that for each V that we see, okay? Oh, that rhymed. Each V that we see. Okay. Same with this one. You have 4 of them. Bring them together. Take your binder clip. And we're going to clip it, okay? We've got 2 more to go. There's your V. Bring it together. Okay. Take your binder clip. And let's do that last one. Okay, you can already see that it's forming. So take your V, fold it together, and put your binder clip on, okay? And if you notice here, when you hold it, you have a bowl, okay? You have a bowl that's forming right here. You see that? All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch each one of these darts here. And we're going to stitch just 1/4 of an inch in, stitching all the way down to that fold and making sure you reverse on both ends, okay? So stitch all the way down and make sure that you reverse on both ends, okay? So let's give that a try. Line that fabric up with the edge of your presser foot, okay? Again, we're just gonna go in just about 1/4 of an inch, not too far, okay? And I'm gonna come on off the fold and reverse stitch. See that? All right, see if you can see a good look at that. All right, see how that is? Now we're gonna do that for each one of our sections, okay? Okay, so all 4 of our V's are sewn together, okay? And now what I want you to do is if you, remember we sewed off of that fold? Okay, do you see how we sewed off of that fold right there? See, we did it for all of them. We're gonna split that fold open, okay? So if you take your scissors, make sure you're in between your material, okay? Don't cut your stitch line, and what you're gonna do is just snip as far down as you can go, and that's gonna open up that fold there, okay? Do you see that? Do that for each one. Let's do another one. Take your scissors. Again, we're gonna snip as deep as we can go without cutting our stitch line, and we're gonna open that up, okay? And you can press those open, okay? Do that for all 4 sides. All right, we have pressed our seams open. If you can see here, that's been pressed open, okay? And we did it for both of them, okay? So this is what our bowl koozie is looking like so far. Y'all are doing great. All right, now what you're gonna do is just take one of them. It doesn't matter which one you choose, just take one and you're gonna flip it to the right side, okay? So that you see the pretty side, okay? So it's looking like that, all right? And now what you're gonna do is take that one and sit it over into the other one, okay? So we're bringing them both together. You should have right sides touching each other, okay? So bring those both together. And now you want to match up your seams, okay? So where those side seams were, you're gonna match those babies up, okay? And then if you want to, take your binder clip and put your binder clip right there, okay? I want you to do that all the way around this item, matching up your points, matching up your seams all the way around. But we want to leave an opening, okay? Just a few inches. So if you left an opening, what is that, like 4 fingers wide? That is plenty enough space in order for us to flip it when we're done sewing, okay? So go ahead and pin it all the way around or binder clip it all the way around. Don't forget to leave like a 4-finger opening on one of the sides. And then we're gonna stitch this just about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. I'll see you back. All right, we're gonna stitch around now so that we can bring our lining and our outside together. And so if you have a machine like mine, I have the Brother SE 600 is what I'm stitching this on right now. You have an arm on the side of your machine that you can just pull off, okay? When you're going in circular motion, it kind of makes it a little bit easier to get that product item in there, okay? So remember, like I said, we want to leave an opening, okay? So I'm just going to start just before the dip on the corner, okay? I'm going to start just before that. Again, we're doing about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to stitch forward and reverse. And if it starts to fold a little bit, just straighten out your fabric, stop and straighten it out. And I'm gonna stitch down to where the seam is in that ditch, okay? If you can see that. I'm gonna stitch right down into that ditch, okay? Once I reach the ditch, I'm gonna pivot. So I'm gonna lift my presser foot up and I'm going to turn, okay? And I want to make sure that my material is lined up here. All right. Lower that presser foot down, and then we're going to continue stitching, okay? We are going to do this all the way around until we get to where we need to be, okay? What you're going to do is you want to turn that corner, okay? And you're just going to stitch about 1 inch. And you're going to reverse back. All right. So now, if you can see here, I've got a few finger gap right there, okay? And what we're gonna do before we even turn, we are going to cut all of our corners, okay? We're just gonna clip that off right across there. Do not cut your stitch line that you just stitched all the way around. It's okay to cut the stitch line where the X was formed, but not the one where you just stitched the 2 pieces together. All right, so once you've gone all the way around, there's one more thing that I like to do. Where our These were our dips in our bowl. I like to snip on either side of that. Okay? I don't like to cut that center, but I do like to cut on either side of it. Do that for each one. Don't cut your stitch line, okay? And then what we're gonna do is once we're done clipping these, we are gonna turn it to the right side. I think I got all of them. All right, now that you have gotten it all turned, you're gonna grab your finger and poke out each of your points with your finger, okay? Do that first, and then grab your stick and finish pushing out those corners, okay? Do it just like so. Push them out nicely, all right? There you go. All right, and once you've gotten them all out, look at here, look at here. We are forming it. That looks really good. So now I'm going to take it over to the iron and I'm going to press this really nicely, all of our seams down, and then allow this opening to turn in naturally. And then we're going to do a top stitch and we are done. This is the best gift. All right, we are at the final step. You all have done great. This has been a very quick and easy project to do. We are gonna now do our top stitch all the way around. I'm just gonna do a 1/4 of an inch top stitch, and we are going to close up our hole that we left open, okay? But we're gonna go all the way around this project. So don't forget to stitch forward and reverse. And I did increase my stitch length. That way, you know, it wasn't so tight on here. Now you're gonna have some thick parts on here, so be careful when you're moving along. All right, keep stitching around and I'll see you back. Okay, we just did our final step, and as you can see, that's what it should look like all the way around. That looks really good. Good job. We're done. And this is reversible, y'all. So you can have it this way, or you can flip it the other direction, and you can have it where it's sitting like this, okay? But look how cool this is. If you sit it down, grab you a bowl of your favorite soup, or if it's like me, I will do ice cream, and Jenny's gooey butter cake ice cream is like the best. If you haven't tried it, go try it. This is not sponsored by Jenny's, but it is a fun way even to have your ice cream in your bowl and hold it so your hand doesn't get cold. So if it's something hot or something cold, this works great. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all did so good. So good. All right. Go make some more of these. Give them away as gifts, or keep them for yourself. It doesn't matter. Have fun making it.